everyone, and welcome to our first virtual live Gallery Night Providence experience. I'm here at the Fleur de Lis Gallery, and we're going to go in and say hi to Anthony Tomaselli. If I can, there we go. We want this to be a live interactive experience, so if you have any questions or comments, send them through Facebook. Welcome to the Anthony Tomaselli Gallery. And there's the artist himself.
Hi there. It's actually my studio, Fleur de Lis studio. Very historic studio in the whole country. It's a historic gallery. So I have the pleasure of painting in here in this beautiful space, as you can see. Welcome. Hi, everybody. So this building was built in 1885, Sidney Burley. It's an historic landmark, very few in the country. It's one of the first studios, one of the first buildings built as a studio. Arts and crafts. 1885, Providence. Actually, Rhode Island Providence had the highest per capita income in the country when this was built. Part of the Providence Art Club now.
So I had a chance to speak with Anthony just briefly, but you said that you've been here since 2013?
Yeah.
How did you find the space? How did you...
You don't find it. I'm part of the Providence Art Club.
Mm-hmm.
The yellow building next door is the Deacon Taylor House, where I painted since 2004. And then I inquired about the space, and when Tom Segaris passed, who had this before me, I'm the sixth artist to house this space.
Wow.
So here's where most of my work happens. I have a small studio at home as well. Been part of Gallery Night for a while. Know a lot of the people on it. Happy to be part of that. It's a great organization. So hopefully as things clear with COVID, we can have more of an interactive time together with the people of Rhode Island and southern Massachusetts and eastern Connecticut.
Can you tell us a little bit about this painting right here?
Yeah, well, this painting was done in a gallery. I took it out of the gallery, didn't like it. It was primarily red. It's a motif that I work with from Provincetown. Sometimes I paint it a little more realistically. This was painted on top of the other one pretty fast, so I wanted to get a different feeling. And I've completed it yesterday. It dried up and I put it back in its frame, and I'm kind of happy where it's at. It's got a lot of activity. A lot of energy. And to contrast that, just look above. When you have paint that I completed a few weeks ago, I call that series the Providence Stacks. You might be getting a little bit of glare, are you?
I'm actually okay.
And there you go. This is a version, my version. It has three of the icons of Rhode Island in it. The two bridges, one of the I Bridge over here. And it's got a literal interpretation, but to me, so much of my work incorporates mood. You know, a certain level of feeling, whether it's the feeling of the day, the activity of the paint. And I'm lucky to be able to bounce in and out of different arenas, so to speak. Here's another series I just started here of New York. Much of my New York series look more like these right here, and those up top there. And they vary. And this started with actually Facebook. I posted this particular painting, one similar.
Oh,
and
wow.
I said, oh, this is another painting. And everybody said on Facebook, it went nuts. What have you done? And I looked at it and I said, well, it could be done. And so I've been playing in this arena as well. Yeah, I'm not sure of it yet. I enjoy doing them, and it's quite different. But you can see some relationships of paint application. Certainly the colors are a little more exaggerated. But they're spontaneous and fast, and sometimes I don't know where I'm going. And again, I'm involved with many galleries out in the country, and some of them want me to stay still, but ADHD takes over. I do watercolors. There's one down there as well.
Oh, that's a beautiful one.
Thanks.
Are you painting a lot from photographs or from
I
memory?
paint mostly from photographs. I actually just taught a plein air class in Providence last week. We painted before the rain, and we painted in sun and heat like this. It was 2 days. So plein air painting, painting outdoors can be quite a part of the whole idea of painting outside is the challenge.
Yeah.
So I teach a lot, teach workshops. Many of you know I own T's Restaurant. I own 3 restaurants. My wife and I and Mark. So quite active. I have a lot of energy, they tell me. So I did clean up the place a little bit for this, but I try to keep it neat. I think it's important not to work in, for me, not to work in clutter. I get a lot of visitors, so try to keep the work in a situation where it's people can absorb what's going on. There's a lot going on in here. Let's go visit the other room. So much of the way this is the way it was in 1885 with Sidney Burley. And as I said, I'm the 6th artist to house this space since its inception. So when I took over the studio, they asked me what color I wanted painted. So they showed me Delacroix's studio, and his studio was this color. There was another Courbet. I think Courbet's studio was this. So I said, let's try it out. And I kind of like the red, bricky red. These are some of the abstractions I'm working on. I actually have a show done at URI here in Providence with Steve Pennell, the curator down there, in July. I think it's mid-July, early July. And it's a whole abstract show with three other artists. So some of these abstractions will be going in.
This one on the left in particular reminds me a lot of a Turner, and
I'm sorry?
Of Turner paintings, and I'm
I can see.
just a big fan.
This is actually urban influence. Some of the series is called Urban Influences, and I reference things. This is a reference of the Providence skyline, and you know, this is a telephone. And I break things down as I'm painting. I bring them back. You know, this was a Key West gallery I was in, so these are Key West influences, I call them. And you can see some of the Key West colors, the pinks and the blues and the windows. And so I reference, when I totally break down into abstraction, it's, and this is a high energy New York scene that I just completed. And so you can see, here's that motif again that we started with. Provincetown is this McNewn's Wharf. It's one of the wharfs, the fishing wharfs. Those of you that don't know a lot about Provincetown, it was, I don't want to say founded, but I think the Pilgrims landed there first before they went to Plymouth. They hit Teton, but there's a big Portuguese population. A lot of it's a very active fishing village. And it's a great town to visit. There's a ton of there's 60 galleries in Provincetown. So again, I traveled there. Lily Pad series is just different things that I work on. So most of my large paintings are acrylic. Most of my large abstractions are acrylic. Went to Rhode Island College, a great college. Those of you out there looking for art school and don't want to pay the big bucks, think of Rhode Island College. It's a fabulous education for the money, just with or without the money.
Stunning work in a stunning space.
So I'm here a lot. I keep my studio open. I call it a showroom. This is the show space. I work with designers. I work with galleries. I have a couple of dealers that carry my work. And, I enjoy what I do. I know many of you maybe watching this have been here, visited. I have a lot of open studios. But if you ever want to come down and visit, just instant message me. And you know, especially once the COVID starts settling down and we get some handle on it as a society. And you guys out there keep the faith, because it's been trying for a lot of people, and I think most of us are struggling with one aspect or another, whether it's loneliness, isolation. Keep the faith. That's what we do. Support one another.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Anthony, and
You're
stay
welcome.
tuned.
Thanks for visiting, and have fun at the other galleries. Stay tuned, you guys. You should get a lot of great stuff coming up.
All right. Keep watching.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.